Our objectives in this lesson are to illustrate angle of elevation and angle of depression, and also to solve problems involving angles of elevation and depression. Let's have a quick review. What's the value of my x? I have here three triangles. Two of them have missing sides, while this one here has a missing angle. To help us solve missing sides and missing angle, it is good to recall our mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA. Let's start with this one. In reference to this angle, this side is the adjacent, while this one is the hypotenuse, the one opposite 90 degrees. So which trigonometric ratio involves adjacent and hypotenuse? That would be cosine. So I'm going to use cosine. Cosine 20 degrees is equal to x divided by 15. Cross multiplication, 15 times cosine 20 degrees is equal to x. Let us solve for x. So we have here 15 times cosine 20 degrees is equal, round off to the nearest hundredths, 14.10. So it means the measure of this side is 14.10 inches. Let's solve this one. In reference to this angle, this side is the opposite, while this one is the hypotenuse. So which trigonometric ratio involves opposite and hypotenuse? That would be sine. So sine 39 degrees is equal to x over 30. Cross multiplication, 30 times sine 39 degrees is equal to x. Let us solve for x. We have 30 times sine 39 degrees, and it is equal to 18.88, round off to the nearest hundredths. So this side here measures 18.88 meters. Last one, in reference to this angle, which is actually missing, this side is the opposite, while this one is the adjacent. Which trigonometric ratio involves opposite and adjacent? That would be tangent. So we have tangent x is equal to opposite over adjacent. This time we are looking for the value of the angle. So we're going to make use of the inverse function. Arctangent. X is equal to arctangent of 25 over 32. This is how we write arctangent in symbol, tangent raised to -1. But we do not read it as tangent raised to -1. We read it as arctangent. X is equal to arctangent of 25 over 32. Let us solve that. Shift tangent of 25 over 32. And this is equal to 37.99. Express it in degrees, minutes, and seconds. 37 degrees, 59 minutes, 55.44 seconds. So this angle here measures 37 degrees, 59 minutes, 55.44 seconds. Our knowledge in solving for the missing sides and angle is helpful when we solve word problems, such as angles of elevation and depression. This is one of my bucket list, parasailing. If you are the one in the boat and looking at this person in the parachute, there is a line of sight going upward. Allow me to create an imaginary horizontal line here, and with that, it forms an angle here. This angle is called angle of elevation. Now, if you are the one in the parachute and looking down here on the boat, your line of sight is going downward. Again, I will create a horizontal line. This forms an angle here, and this angle is called angle of depression. Now, let us discuss first angle of elevation. Here is a boy looking at his kite. Here is the line of sight. I'll draw the imaginary horizontal line, and the angle formed in between is the angle of elevation. By definition, an angle of elevation is the angle formed between the imaginary horizontal line and the upward line of sight to the observed point. An angle of elevation is formed whenever the line of sight is above the horizontal line. Now, this one is the angle of depression. I have here a lady looking down here, so the line of sight is going down. I'll create the imaginary horizontal line, and thus it create an angle here, which is the angle of depression. So angle of depression is the angle formed between the horizontal line and the downward line of sight to the observed point. An angle of depression is created whenever the line of sight is below the horizontal line. Let's have a quick activity. Angling. Let us identify if the angle is an angle of elevation or angle of depression. Here is angle 1. Here is the line of sight and it is above the horizontal line. Therefore, this is angle of elevation. Here is angle 2 and the line of sight is below the horizontal line. So angle 2 is angle of depression. Angle 3, the line of sight is above the horizontal line, so angle 3 is angle of elevation. Last one is angle 4. The line of sight is below the horizontal line. Angle 4 is an angle of depression. Let's have another activity from your point of view. This time, we're going to determine the line of sight, angle of elevation, and angle of depression. In this picture, the line of sight is line segment LE or EL. For the angle of elevation, this is the line of sight. It should be above the horizontal line. So the angle is angle LEV or angle VEL. Angle of depression, the line of sight should be below the horizontal line. So it is angle ELO or angle OLE. For the second picture, the line of sight is line segment AF or FA. The angle of elevation, here is the line of sight. It should be above the horizontal line. So the angle of elevation is AFE or angle EFA. And the angle of depression is angle SAF or angle FAS. Angle of elevation and angle of depression are equal. Let me show you. I'm going to create parallel lines and I'm going to cut this using a transversal. This angle here, let's label it as alpha, while this angle here, let's label it as beta. Alpha is equal to beta, meaning the angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression. Why is it? Because you have learned from your lesson parallel lines cut by a transversal that alternate interior angles are congruent. Therefore, the angle of elevation is equal to the angle of depression. Now, let us solve some problems involving these angles. Number 1, from the top of a mountain, 2,000 meters high, it is observed that the angle of depression of a ship is 40 degrees. How far is the ship from the top of the mountain? It is important that you read until you fully understand the problem. Now, we have here the mountain, and its height is 2,000 meters. Now, the angle of depression, so let us create a downward line of sight, and let us draw the imaginary horizontal line to show the angle of depression, which is 40 degrees. Now, we are asked how far is the ship from the top of the mountain. So, we are actually asked the distance of the line of sight. Next, let us create a free body diagram of our problem here. A free body diagram is a skeletal figure with the measurements given. So, I'm going to copy this one, and this is 2,000. And then the imaginary horizontal line as well as the 40 degrees. And x, which is the length of the line of sight. Now, if this is 40 degrees, from what we have learned earlier, this one is also 40 degrees. Alternate interior angles are congruent. Now, to solve for this one, it is good to recall SOHCAHTOA. In reference to this angle, this side is the opposite, while this one is the hypotenuse. So what trigonometric ratio involves opposite and hypotenuse? That would be sine. So we have sine 40 degrees is equal to 2,000 divided by x. Cross multiplication, divide both sides by sine 40 degrees. Sine 40 degrees will cancel out. So x is equal to 2,000 divided by sine 40. Let us solve that. So we have 2,000 divided by sine 40 degrees. And this is equal to 3,111.45. Round off to the nearest hundreds. So meaning the ship is 3,111.45 meters from the top of the mountain. Let's have another one. Cordapia is 5 feet tall and casts a shadow of 6 feet on the ground. Find the angle of elevation of the sun. So where is the right triangle here? That would be here. And here is the right angle. Let us draw a free body diagram of this. Cordapia is 5 feet tall, so that would be the height, 5 feet. And the shadow is 6 feet. Here is the shadow, the horizontal side, 6 feet. And we are asked to find the angle of elevation of the sun. So let me extend this line here, the line of sight. Create a horizontal line. Here is the angle of elevation. If this is theta, then this is also theta. Why? Because these are parallel lines cut by a transversal. Same side exterior angles are congruent. So they have the same measure. Let's bring out again our mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA. In reference to this angle, this is the opposite, while this one is the adjacent. Opposite, adjacent, we're going to make use of tangent. Tangent theta is equal to 5/6. Once again, we are looking for the value of the angle, so we're going to make use of inverse function, arctangent. Theta is equal to arctangent of 5/6. Let us solve for the value of the angle. Shift tangent of 5/6. And this is equal to, let us convert this to degrees, minutes, and seconds. 39 degrees, 48 minutes, 20.06 seconds. So it means the angle of elevation of the sun is 39 degrees, 48 minutes, 20.06 seconds. Let us try this. Pacundo, standing 1.63 meter above the ground, observes that the angle of elevation and depression of the top and bottom of the Rizal Monument in Luneta are 78 degrees and 14 degrees 52 minutes respectively. Find the height of the monument. Let us draw Pacundo, and he is standing above the ground. Pacundo is 1.63 meters high. Now he observes the Rizal Monument in Luneta. Let us consider this as Rizal Monument. From his eyes, let's draw the line of sight and the imaginary horizontal line to produce the angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is 78 degrees. This is the first one mentioned, elevation. So the first angle is the elevation, 78 degrees. Now, for the second one, depression, that would be 14 degrees, 52 minutes. Let us draw the line of sight. And this is the angle of depression. We are asked to determine the height of the monument. If Pacundo is 1.63, then from here up to this point is also 1.63. Now, let me label this portion as y. Later, I will add the value of y and 1.63 to solve for the value of the height. And I am going to label this side also, the imaginary horizontal line, as x. Let us recall our device, and I'll start with the smaller triangle. In reference to this angle, this side is opposite while this one is adjacent. So tangent 14 degrees 52 minutes is equal to 1.63 divided by x. To solve for x, let us do cross multiplication. Let us divide both sides by tangent 42 degrees 52 minutes. So these two will cancel out. So x is equal to 1.63 divided by tangent 14 degrees 52 minutes. Let us solve this. So we have 1.63 divided by the tangent 14 degrees 52 minutes. And this is equal to 6.14. So our x is equal to 6.14. This one here is 6.14. Allow me to remove all of this and I'll continue. Now I'm going to make use of this angle. In reference to this angle, this side, y is the opposite and 6.14 is the adjacent side. So again, tangent. Tangent 78 degrees is equal to y divided by 6.14. Cross multiplication. Let us solve this one. So we have 6.14 times tangent 78 degrees. And this is equal to 28.89. Round off to the nearest hundredths. Our y, this one, is 28.89. To solve for h, I'm just going to add 28.89 and 1.63. And this is equal to 30.52. So it means the height of the Rizal Monument is 30.52 meters. Let us do extra challenge. From 2 points, each on the opposite sides of the river, the angles of elevation of the top of a 40-feet tree are 60 degrees and 30 degrees. The points and the tree are in the same straight line, which is perpendicular to the river. How wide is the river? So let us try to comprehend this problem. From 2 points, each on the opposite sides of the river. So I'm going to create 2 points on each side of the river. The angles of elevation of the top of a 40-feet tree. So this is our tree. It measures 40 feet. Are 60 degrees and 30 degrees. So we have 2 lines of sight here. And then they are in the same straight line, the points and the tree. Imaginary horizontal line. Let us now analyze which is 60 degrees and 30 degrees in these 2 angles. As you get closer to the tree, the angle becomes bigger. So meaning this angle is 30 degrees while this one is 60 degrees. We are asked to solve for the width of the river. So that is the length between these 2 points. Let us create our free body diagram. Let me just add the measure of this portion, which we do not know yet. So I'll label it with y. Now let's recall our SOHCAHTOA. And I'll start with this triangle. In reference to this triangle, this side, the 40, is opposite, while y is the adjacent. Opposite and adjacent, I'm going to use tangent. Tangent 60 degrees is equal to 40 divided by y. Let's do cross multiplication. We're going to divide both sides by tangent 60 degrees. Tangent 60 degrees will cancel out. So we have y is equal to 40 divided by tangent 60 degrees. I have already shown how to use scientific calculator, so you may do it on your own. 40 over tangent 60 degrees is equal to 23.09. So meaning this distance is 23.09. Let me just erase this one. Next, I'm going to make use of this angle. This is still the opposite side, but the adjacent now is x plus 23.09. Tangent 30 degrees is equal to the opposite, 40, divided by the adjacent, that would be x plus 23.09. Let us do cross multiplication. Distribute tangent 30 degrees here. So tangent 30 degrees times x is x tangent 30 degrees. Then tangent 30 degrees times 23.09 is tangent 30 degrees times 23.09. Let us copy 40. Evaluate this one first and it is equal to 13.33. Now let us move 13.33 to the other side. It will become minus 13.33. Since we are after the value of x, let us divide both sides by tangent 30 degrees. These two will cancel out. So x is equal to 40 minus 13.33 divided by tangent 30 degrees. Do it in your calculator. It should be equal to 46.19. So this one, the width of the river is 46.19 feet wide. For the summary, here are the steps in solving angles of elevation and depression word problems. So first, you have to read until you fully understand the problem. Then you have to create a free body diagram and label it. Analyze what trigonometric ratio you are going to use. SOHCAHTOA is a great help. Then you substitute the given in the formula, solve what is asked, express your answer in simplest form, and write your final answer in sentence form. Now, it is time to check your understanding. Pause this video for more time. Let us answer. A mountain peak stands near a level plain on which two farmhouses, C and D, are in a straight line from the mountain. The angle of depression from the peak to C is 50 degrees 42 minutes, and the angle of depression to D is 25 degrees 30 minutes. The peak is known to be 1,005 meters above the level plain. Find the distance from C to D. So we have here a mountain. Let us say this is our mountain, and it stands on a level plain. Then we have two farmhouses, C and D, are in straight line from the mountain. The angle of depression from the peak to C is 50 degrees 42 minutes. Let me create the imaginary horizontal line to create the downward line of sight. Next, let us analyze which one is 50 degrees 42 minutes and 25 degrees 30 minutes. So from this horizontal line up to this one, that is much smaller in measure than from horizontal line up to this line of sight. So this angle here will be 25 degrees 30 minutes. And this is the angle of depression to D. So meaning this point is point D. Next one, from this horizontal line up to this line of sight, which is more bigger, this is 50 degrees 42 minutes. And this is the angle of depression from the peak to point C. So this is point C. The peak is known to be 1,005 meters above the level plain. So the height of the mountain is 1,005 meters. If this is 25 degrees 30 minutes, then this angle here is also 25 minutes 30 degrees, alternate interior angles. If this is 50 degrees 42 minutes, then this angle is also 50 degrees 42 minutes. And we are asked to find the distance from C to D. Let me label this as X. I'm also going to need the measurement of this portion. Let me label this as Y. Let us start. I'm going to use first the angle 50 degrees 42 minutes. In reference to this angle, this side is the opposite, while this one is the adjacent. Opposite, adjacent, it means I'm going to make use of tangent. Tangent 50 degrees 42 minutes is equal to 1,005 divided by y. Cross multiplication. Let us divide both sides by tangent 50 degrees 42 minutes. So these two will cancel out. So y is equal to 1,005 divided by tangent 50 degrees 42 minutes. Do it on your own. It should be 822.58. So this distance here is 822.58 meters. Let me continue. I'll erase this one first. This time I'm going to make use of this angle. In reference to this angle, this side is the opposite and this one is the adjacent. So once again, tangent. Tangent 25 degrees 30 minutes is equal to the opposite divided by the adjacent, which is x plus 822.58. Cross multiplication, distribute tangent 25 degrees 30 minutes. So this is x tangent 25 degrees 30 minutes. This one is tangent 25 degrees 30 minutes multiplied by 822.58. Copy 1005. Let us solve this one first, and it is equal to 392.35. Let us move this one on the other side. It will become negative. We are only after the value of x, so let us divide both sides by tangent 25 degrees 30 minutes. These two will cancel out. Use your calculator. X is equal to 1005 minus 392.35 all over 25 degrees 30 minutes, and that is 1284.45. So the distance from C to D is 1284.45 meters. Gets? Our next lesson is sine law.